Okay. All right. Since the big fight Saturday, Canelo, Crawford. Just gonna give my honest opinion. You know who I think genuinely wins. Now I've run through this fight over a dozen times in my head out loud to people, and a lot of times I've said at first I was like Canelo a couple years back. Then I was like after I then well first I was like logically it makes no sense back in 2023 obviously. Um, then at first I was like oh Canelo. Then my mind shifted to Crawford. Then back to Canelo, then to Crawford. So in terms of where I'm predicting, it's been back and forth. I can't. I will say it's anybody's game. I'll say it like that. But in terms of like, if I had to be real, a realist person about who I think genuinely wins, my heart wants Bud to win. I want Bud to win because I think he has the tools to do it. Counterpunching, footwork, ring IQ, good eyes, all that. He has the tools to win, but logically, I have to pick Canelo. And here's why. Canelo's been at the weight class longer. He's been at this magnitude of just caliber of a fight for years and years. True, he hasn't fought the best competition in a couple years, but like at the end of the day, that's still Canelo Alvarez. Granted, I will say his last performance showed that he is slowing down. Even at 35, he is slowing down, and there's a lot more cracks in his armor than Crawford's for sure. But Crawford is jumping up, what, 4 weight classes to from 147 to 154, skipping 160 and going to 68. That's like 2 other weight classes. And even at 154 against Madrimov is a good fighter, but still, Madrimov is not Canelo. I will say that. Crawford got caught with a lot too many right hands for me. And I love Crawford. And I think if anybody has the tools to beat Canelo, it would be Crawford. But that weight, man, just the weight jump for me is just too concerning. I'm not doubting Crawford. I want him to win. I'm going to be honest. I do want Crawford to win. Do I think he can win? Oh, for sure he can win. If he plays his cards right and gets in there, doesn't take too many shots, does not take too many right hands, it doesn't let Canelo step on the gas too much, but I think once Canelo steps on the gas, it might be over. In terms of who I'm picking, I'm backing Bud. I want Bud to win. I want that to be very clear. I want Bud to win. But if I had to make a genuine pick, I'm gonna pick Canelo Alvarez. And I'm not gonna say that out of just like spite or anything like that, but that's just a logical pick in my head. I'm going to say Canelo late stoppage. I think Canelo gets it done. Just like a logical sense. And here's the thing. He should. I truly think he should win. Because that's a man that's like, what, how many weight classes below you? Like 4 or 5 weight classes below you? He's never been at 68. He's only fought at 54 and against Madrimov. I'm not going to say he looked bad. He looked good. It's just more so Madrimov was catching him with too many punches that I was not confident in. Even after the fight, I was like, did he win? Because I know how judges are. And I was like, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? But maybe Crawford knows something that I don't. And maybe Canelo is just that step below now that it's just maybe Crawford can win. I do think Crawford does have the ability to win. I just don't know how easy it's going to be. I will say Crawford's got a huge mountain to climb on Saturday. But that's just my opinion. I truly do think Canelo gets it done, and I think he gets it done by, if not a stoppage, a decision. I think a good split decision, Canelo will win. But I don't know. Who am I to say? I'm not an expert. I'm not a journalist. I'm not Ray or I'm not Ariel Helwani or anything. So I can't exactly tell you how it's going to end. It's boxing. Anything can happen. At the end of the day, Crawford can just knock the guy out with one shot out of nowhere. Although I don't even think that's going to happen. The only way Crawford can win is by a decision. He's not knocking Canelo out. I can tell you that much. And that's what's one thing. Is like, to be a guy that... To be Crawford in a position where... And I know he's fully confident. He believes he can win. To be in a position where you go up to a guy and you try to hit him with everything you have and you know you can't hurt him But the idea that he can hurt you, that's what scares me. Because Canelo could probably end this at any point he wants to. He could probably play with Crawford the whole time. And that's what worries me. But I'm not going to doubt Crawford. I believe he can do what he can do. And I believe he's going to give Canelo a hard fight for sure. Canelo hasn't fought a guy like Crawford in years. Like, the last tough opponent he fought was Bivol. We saw how that went. Let's be honest. Triple G, 40 years old, way past his prime. John Ryder, not even close to his level. Munguia is like a B-plus fighter at best. Berlanga, obviously a D-level fighter. And William Skull, come on now. But even then, Canelo still has a better resume than Crawford by a long shot. Crawford's best wins are Spence, Porter. I'd say Madrimov now, after Ortiz, but yeah, that's still a good win. Kell Brook, and Victor Postal, like, you know what I'm saying? But Canelo has a better resume. But I think Crawford has better skills. I think he has better ring. Canelo has better ring generalship, but Crawford has a higher ring IQ than me. Has a better ring IQ. I think Crawford has a better jab, better footwork. I think Crawford's better counterpunching for sure. Canelo just has more power. That's the problem. It's the power. It's the equalizer. But I'm picking Canelo to win. I think Canelo gets it done. I hope that's not the case. I do want Crawford to win, but anything can happen. I'm somewhat more neutral to this one than I would be other fights. But that's just my take. We'll see what happens.